doing?
Fantastic.
Make sure you're unmuted. Make sure you're unmuted. I want to hear screams, yelling, and
Yeah,
sound.
everybody unmute. Everybody unmute.
So Victoria, this is the group I'm performing to, right here on the camera, right? All right. So call out someone, Victoria.
Just call out. Okay, Adrian Holly.
Nah.
You knew I was coming after you.
Yes, I'm ready. Ace of clubs. Oh no.
So
No.
Adrian's with us. You say Adrian?
Adrian, yes.
Ace of, right here.
Okay, let me do the gallery so I can see everyone.
Yeah.
Okay, so Adrian,
I'm ready.
we got a lot of women here, but you've heard of the word woman's intuition, right?
Yes.
Okay, well, guys, we have this gut feeling, correct? It's a little different than intuition, but we have this gut feeling, right? We can compete with the women intuition thing, correct?
Can we? Okay, yeah.
On a good day, right?
Right.
Okay, so Adrian, in this wallet, I have one playing card stuck inside an envelope. Not a whole, just one playing card stuck in an envelope. We use your gut feeling to determine what playing card is here, okay? So Adrian, I want you to hold your hands like you're holding a deck of cards in the box. Okay, just hold it. It's in the box. You're just holding the deck of cards in the box. So a deck of cards is face cards and number cards. So which of those two groups, face cards or number cards, do you want to take out of the box?
The face cards.
You have the face cards and you left the numbers in the box. So face cards are black, face cards are red face cards. Which of those two groups, red or black, do you want to put back in the box with the numbers?
The red cards back.
So you're going black face cards. That's clubs or spades. Which of those two groups do you want to put back into the box with the others?
The spades.
The spades. You got the black, the club face cards. That's jack of clubs, queen of clubs, king of clubs. So Adrian, just let it come into your mind. Just breathe in, breathe out a couple times, and let one of those cards come into your mind. The jack of clubs, the queen, or the king of clubs.
Okay.
What's coming into your mind?
Jack of clubs.
Adrian. Here we have one envelope.
Oh no. It's not ready. I'm not ready for this.
How the hell did he do that?
Give a shout out for Adrian. You can compete. You can compete. You're good.
Yeah.
All right. So let's go. Let's call 4 volunteers, Victoria. So we'll go Victoria, volunteer 1, 2, 3, and 4. So call out 4 people.
Okay, let's go with David Smith. You've been here, hanging out. Lisa had her hand up. Okay, Lisa. Sherry, how about you?
Okay.
Okay. And how many we got? Oh, Angela, you want to unmute yourself? You want to come on? Angela.
So we have our 4?
Yeah, Angela, Sherry, Lisa, and wait a minute. Oh, David. I'm sorry, David.
So
Yeah, I don't have
Angela,
all the boxes.
where's
in my
Angela?
thing.
Raise your hand, Angela. Red or black? Your choice, Angela.
Black.
Black. Interesting. Who's number 2?
David.
David. She said black, so club or spade?
Spade. Spades.
Spade. So who's number 3?
Lisa.
Lisa. Lower card or upper card? Your free choice.
Lower.
Lower spade. Interesting. Yeah. Who's number 4?
Sherry.
So Sherry. So we had lower spade, right? Lisa, lower.
Yes.
Okay. So Sherry, ace through 7. Your choice. Any of those values of a deck of cards.
Ace.
Ooh, the bottom, the ace of spades.
Ace. Oh,
So we have an ace of spades you guys have come up with.
okay.
That's crazy. Because before we started, I sealed in this envelope a deck of cards. And I turned one card upside down. So 51 cards face up, but 1 card face down. And what was your card?
Ace of spades.
Ace.
And that was the ace, right? The A, the
Yeah.
Yeah.
there is one card. It's the other way around.
Uh-oh.
She left.
Oh, wait.
Give y'all a shout out. Shout out to all.
It's very good.
Okay.
Amazing.
Victoria, call out one more person. Someone else.
Okay, Louise. Louise, do you want to play? Okay.
Louise, we're gonna do this in real time now. I'm gonna turn one card upside down in real time. Yeah, like this one. Okay, Louise. On the count of 3, I'm gonna snap my fingers. I'm gonna send that card from my mind into your mind, Louise. Okay, you don't mind, do you? Get it? Mind? Okay. So Louise, I want you to clear your mind. Clear your mind. Are we cleared? Clear a little bit more. Okay, on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. What card, Louise, is coming to your mind right now? Can you hear me, Louise? Little delay. I can't hear her.
I can't hear her either. Oh, oh yeah.
3 of hearts.
3 of hearts, yeah.
A heart. 3 of hearts. Right?
Oh yeah. Oh
Is
yeah.
that what she's saying?
Yeah, 3 of hearts.
Louise. That connection going on.
3 of hearts.
There's one card.
Heart.
Wow.
Oh.
Give her a big round of applause, Louise.
Woohoo! Yes, something wrong with her microphone. Woohoo! So okay, so you've gotten everything right so far. We've got a
I'm feeling a little frustrated. I'll tell you
Uh-oh.
why. Last night I saw a magician on YouTube. Amazing. He took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Clearly just 6 cards. He took one card from the back, put it in the front, and counted off 1, 2, 3 cards. He snapped his fingers, and unbelievably, he still had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. I'm like, whoa, that was crazy. So I went to the magic shop online to try to figure out how to do it and maybe order, check out the trick, maybe buy it and find out. So I logged in and said, do you have that trick where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards? He takes 1 from the back, puts in the front, counts off 1, 2, 3 cards, snaps his fingers, and still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Do you have that trick? He texted me back a little instant message, said, no, I'm sorry, I don't have that trick. But I do have the trick where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, clearly 6 cards, takes 1 from the back, puts in the front, counts off 1, 2 cards, not 3, just 2, snaps his fingers, and still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. Clearly 6 cards. I'm like, I'm sorry. Well, that's nice you have that trick. I appreciate that. But that's not the trick I want. I want the one clearly where the magician takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards, clearly just 6, takes 1 from the back, puts in the front, counts off 1, 2, 3 cards. Not just 2, I want 3. Snaps his fingers and still has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cards. So I still don't know how to do the trick. Give yourself a big round of applause.
Woohoo!
Right.
So we're gonna, we have time for, we're gonna do a little demo on how mentalism works. Call out another one, Victoria.
Oh, who haven't I hit?
Or you can raise your hand. If you want to participate, you can raise your hand. Help her out.
Oh, yeah, look at all the hands go up. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Lisa. I could have, but Lisa.
I volunteer.
Okay, so Lisa, before everything shut down, I was able to travel to Maryland and saw my daughter, my granddaughter, and I bought at the airport this really cool book, Celebrity Fails.
Okay.
And 35 celebrities, 130 pages, and you can see there's different celebrities. Do you see the names?
Yeah, I don't see the names, but I can
Ryan
see.
Seacrest,
Yeah.
Kim Kardashian.
Okay, I see them.
They're just all different. Can you see
Okay.
that?
Yep.
All different. So, stupid quotes, Charlie Sheen. He said, people are mystified by this odyssey that refuses to quit, calling itself Charlie Sheen. So, I am battle-tested bayonets, bro. Maybe kind of stupid quotes. Shaquille O'Neal on whether he had visited the Parthian during his visit to Greece. I can't remember the name of all the clubs I went to. So just a stupid quotes, but they're all different. So I'm gonna decide on one celebrity here, and I'm gonna write it down on this piece of paper with the Sharpie. Okay, this person you all know, so I'm gonna put this person. Okay, I'm committed. Tear it in half, tear it off. Fold it up so you can't see the bleed through. So Lisa, here we go. 130 pages, 65 celebrities. I want you to say a name of a number of a page from 1 to 130, just any number, page number.
49.
29?
49.
49. Uh, 48, Pamela Anderson, 49. You see that?
Okay. Yep.
Okay, wrong.
Wrong.
But that was a guess. Everyone could tell that was a clear guess from Lisa, right? Okay, so that's the problem. So Lisa, we're going one level deeper. We're gonna go to your conscious mind. So say out another page number between 1 and 130.
75.
75. Whoop, pause. Yep, there it is. Right there. 74 and then 75.
Okay, I can see it.
Yeah, that's Keith.
Kiefer Sutherland.
Sutherland.
Okay.
Yeah. Lisa, sorry, wrong. But you're getting closer. That was your conscious mind. We got to go into your subconscious, Lisa. It's okay. Don't worry. This is just training. Your subconscious. So Lisa, I want you to breathe in, breathe out, relax, and let a number flow into your mind now between 1 and 130.
111.
11.
Sure. 11.
So on 8, we have Paris Hilton.
Okay.
And 9, so Paris Hilton. Turn the page. 10 is Tom Cruise, and 11. So it is who?
Tom Cruise.
Lisa. Nice, because on this paper, out of 65 celebrities, 130 pages, we have Tom Cruise. Give Lisa a big round of applause. Y'all have been great.
Yeah,
Great organization. Give. Just fundraising. So this is awesome. Thank you so much.
okay, see you at 3 o'clock. He'll be back in another hour.
40 minutes.
Absolutely. Woohoo! I'm switching. Okay. All right. We're moving right along here. Let me see. I'm reading my schedule here. Okay. Okay. I had to make an executive decision. Our Jeopardy game thing wasn't working. Every time to bring it up with all the music. So I'll hold that for the next event, or I'll do it on our web page or our Facebook page as a separate activity. It was causing me more stress than fun, so so I decided to unfund it. You get it? Unfunded? Okay. Okay. But anyway, I know that was terrible. So in about why am I hearing echo? Yeah, in about 3 or 4 minutes, I'm going to bring up our next speaker, which actually is Lisa, who was answering all the questions. But in the meantime, I want to do one quick, I have to do my commercial break, and I will do a quick screen share. And here we go. Are you hearing this? Is there sound?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, I just have to get that was our commercial break. I had to get it in there. But our next speaker is Lisa Manso, and she's going to be talking about something that I think all of us have been touched over the last 3 months about any aspects of our emotions, the job, and she's going to be talking about emotional health. Let me get her all set up. So she is the spotlight. There you go. She is front and center, and welcome to this. Let me get, so I am recording you. And guess what? I never stopped recording, so we're still recording. So you're on, and welcome to Zoomathon for the Philanthropreneur Foundation, and I am welcoming Lisa Manso. You've got the stage.
Thank you. I'm so honored to be here and be a guest speaker and have been asked to participate. So today I wanted to talk to you about mindset. And quickly, I just want to tell you that I'm also a product of the product, and I'm going to share my screen quickly to show you my before picture. And here it is. And this is it. Oh, maybe not. Did that work? It's not working, huh?
Yeah, it went black.
We'll try one more time. And if not, we'll just keep going. Oh, it's not liking me today. Well, I have this before picture, and I deal with what emerges, right? So here we go. This has been a lesson all day for me. I'll talk to you about that later. I have this before picture, and about 3 years ago, I started working on myself. I was profoundly unhappy, and something had to change, and I started working on my mindset. But specifically, I'm going to tell you what I've learned about negative emotions and unresolved negative emotions. So basically, we all have all this emotional baggage that we carry with us. And so each of my circles here are some kind of an emotional baggage that we carry. And I'll start with emotions. And this first one over here, this A is for anger. And say you're 3 years old. Just write that in here. You're 3 years old, and the first time you feel anger, and you don't have the keys to deal with it. Your parents aren't able to help you process what happened and the information. So this emotion stays there. It doesn't go anywhere. And then the same thing will happen. Say you come across a snake and you're with your friends, you're at a party or in somebody's backyard, and you get really scared, and then everybody starts making fun of you. They make fun of you and they want you to and so now you've stuffed that emotion down in another bag, because we got lots of bags. And fear goes across. Then we get guilt. How many of you have ever been guilted into doing something you didn't want to do? I know it's happened to me many, many, many times. And I now have the tools not to be guilted into something. If I don't want to do it, it's not happening. But 3 years ago, you would have guilted me, I'd have caved. Hands down, caved. And then we have shame. People shame you into things. And so we're building a web here. You'll see it's like a great big web. And on the top over here, I have mom. Okay? Moms, they get a bad rap. But let me tell you how it worked for me. My mom grew up in an alcoholic household. So there was no communication in that household. Nobody knew how to communicate and talk and explain their feelings. And so that's how I was raised. You know, children were seen and not heard. Mom couldn't deal with my emotions. I was a very sensitive child. I was always crying. I cried at the drop of a hat, and mom would say, don't feel that way. Don't do this. So now I take all my emotions with mom. Maybe there's some anger with mom, and there's some fear with mom or guilt, and I stuff them in these bags, and they don't get resolved. And we go to dad, and dad would never help me. I was like, Dad, come on, mom's wrong. Help me. And he didn't have the nerve to stand up to mom. So I have these emotions when they're related to dad too. And then we have the great exes and what they did, and we'll just leave that one where it is. We'll just lay it right there. So all of this builds a giant web. And see these little dots in here? So those little dots are limiting beliefs. Like, I'm not good enough, I can't do it, I'm unworthy, or maybe it's a money belief. I had a money belief when I developed when I was 17 that money was evil. I got this belief because my mother dated this man who used money as a weapon. And I was like, well, you're not going to do that to me, and you can keep your money, and I don't need it. And I proceeded to go through my life with that, and money's an energy source, and just pushing it away from me. And through my education and going through the program, I realized that, that's a really awful and negative belief that I have towards money. And so here now in this, we want to dismantle this. But let's talk a little bit more about it, about how these emotions stay with us. So you ever see somebody in a store, like online, and all of a sudden they just start flipping out and yelling at the people in front of them, and you're looking at them like, this really isn't that big of a deal. Okay, the person went in front of you, they have one item. What's the really big deal? You're going to be here 30 seconds longer. And they start flipping out. That's because that person is still a 3-year-old. Their 3-year-old came out. Their 3-year-old who never dealt with any of that anger or any of those issues. That 3-year-old came out and started behaving that way because the 3-year-old doesn't know how to act. And when we encounter the same situations, we react the way we did when we first encountered that emotion. Road rage fits into this too. When somebody gets crazy mad at somebody for driving, maybe they didn't use their blinker and the person flips out, and it's road rage. It's really insane. It's very interesting just how the mind works. And then to take it to an emotional level, when we have so much emotions, we fill up a cup here. I'm going to draw you a little picture. So all these things here are filling up our cup. Oh, you can't see. There we go. We're filling up our cup. And we need to get rid of these things. And the way we get rid of these things is we feel our emotions. And how I do that with you is we go to your unconscious mind, kind of like the magician was talking to my unconscious mind, which was very cool. And getting me to connect with him, we connect with your unconscious mind, and then we talk about it, and we bring you back to that 3-year-old time in your head. We have you picture and imagine it, and then we give you the resources that you would have needed to deal with that situation on a better level, and it helps resolve it. So if we go back to the originating event, the first time you felt the anger, it usually, not always, but usually wipes all those other issues out with it, and then you're better able to deal with your anger because you've been given the tools. And so we do this. We dismantle the web by clearing people and the negative emotions that we have with the people. We clear the negative emotions like the fear, the anger, the guilt. And then we also clear the limiting beliefs. Like my limiting belief about money is gone, and everything is so much better for me, where a year ago I wasn't making any money. I got a great job right now. I'm in the process, I'm in the middle of, I've launched my own business this month, and I'm here speaking to you about it. And everything is just flowing towards me instead of flowing away from me, because I worked on my mind, I worked on how I was thinking, and I kept going. And so we want to work on this all together. And I don't know what happened to my thought, but my speech was much longer 10 minutes ago, but I will tell you, let me take this off here. I want to also talk to you about the challenges that I encountered today. So first, my laptop didn't work. My primary laptop wasn't working. Then I got the other one out, and that one didn't work. And then I tried to do this on my phone, and I couldn't get that done. And I want you to know that if all this had happened to me maybe a year ago or 2 years ago, I wouldn't have showed up today. I would have just said, oh no, it's not meant to be, and I wouldn't have showed up. I wouldn't even told anybody that I wasn't coming. And then I would have just disconnected from everybody. I would have been embarrassed and not participated. And I'm grateful that I was able to work on my mindset, and everything that's happening today, and everything that went wrong or is going wrong is actually going right, because I'm learning from it. My mind is open, and I'm just like, okay, well, you know what? This is a bump in the road. It's not going to be the end of the world if my computer doesn't work. It's not going to be the end of the world if I have to hold my iPad up so you can see that I'm actually looking in the camera instead of looking like I'm looking sideways, or because that's how it does look to me. And it's a work in progress, and I know that I'll figure it out, and it'll get better next time. And I'm human, and I can forgive myself, and I don't have to beat myself up about this. So I'm very grateful today that I got to participate, that I could deal with what emerged, and that I'm able to talk to you about changing my mindset and how this has significantly impacted my life, and how I was able to show up for myself and for everybody else. And so I'm going to show you here. My email address, if I can do this right, is lisamanzo.lm@gmail.com. My phone number is 914-980-1593. And my website, which I apologize for not putting it up there, is thephoenixmind.com. THE, the word phoenixmind.com. I'll pop it in the chat when I'm done speaking. And I'd really love to be able to answer some more questions for you. I think I have some time, so if you guys have any questions, just pop something in the chat for me and let me answer a question or two.
I'm gonna watch. Okay.
Yeah, does anybody have, I'm scrolling through all of the screens here. Trying to see who's, okay.
No, but that looks
Okay,
pretty.
well,
Smells good, doesn't it?
I'm glad that you are in the state that you're in now, that even though all of those things that happened to you, you did show up.
I did. I showed up. I showed up for everybody. I showed up for myself. I showed up, and you know what? I honored myself by, just going with the flow.
Yeah, and that's what this morning when I was plugging everything in, because I looked at my laptop, and this laptop, just about, if it's a year old, it has a big crack in the screen. I'm like, today, really? Laptop crack in the screen. But just keep on going. And this is what we have to do in these times. You have to find either the silver lining or just accept what it is.
Oh yeah, I'm accepting it. I'm just moving forward. It's all good. I'm in a good place, and hopefully
Okay,
you guys.
somebody's got their speaker on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Somebody's got their.
Quite a buzz, but close.
Oh, Harv, you're so really? Harv, you're handsome anyway. You can wear your hair
Well, you can mute everybody as the host.
What do you want me
You
to
quit
do?
worrying about handsome when you get 50.
I'm trying to find it because almost everybody is muted. I can't even see who's not muted.
It's okay. It's gone now.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's been a great journey. I'm really, you know, I wish the picture would come up because it's such an interesting, it's such a great change from what I am now. I don't know why it wouldn't come up. Still won't come up. Maybe because I'm a guest on your Zoom. I don't know.
No, because everybody has the ability to bring up screen share. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's just something else to learn. That's all.
Yeah. It has to be already open on your.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay.
We talk,
But
we
if
talk-
if you want to share it with people, you can always drop the document in the chat box. And
okay,
I want
I can do that.
yeah, and make sure that you have your, you got your contact. Her email is in there. Her phone number is in there. I encourage everyone to reach out and communicate with all the speakers. We had, I shouldn't say only, we had 17 speakers today, and they all have delivered really, really dynamic information. I've been so honored and happy to have everybody on here. I'm trying to read my schedule and read. Yeah, Lisa, I mean, if you want to do a few more minutes, you have about at least 5 or 6 more minutes if you want to. If not,
Yeah, Nicole, what other one of those topics can I talk about in 5 minutes? Come on, help me out here, Nicole. I see you on there. Pop something in the chat that we could talk about quickly.
You said Nicole? I'm looking.
Yeah, my friend Nicole's on there, and she knows she's in this group with me where we're learning about our mindset and processes, and she must not be on there.
Yeah.
Let me think of something real quick.
Oh, yeah, Nicole Livingston. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. So self-love is a great topic for me. Let me talk about that. Currently in my group on Facebook, I'm doing a self-love challenge, and I'll tell you what I learned from it. Every day for 30 days, I kept a log because somebody suggested it, and I said, well, I'll give it a try. I'm miserable anyway. Any little bit will help, and if that's going to shift my mind, I'll give it a shot. So this was about 1.5 years ago, and I'm like starting to write it down, and I'm like, I can't think of anything good. And I'm like, this is ridiculous because I had a good day. How can I not think of anything good? This is just so silly. So then I started to think about it. I'm like, things that I take for granted that are actually good. Okay, so I dropped 2 eggs on the floor today, and instead of yelling at myself and saying, oh, you dumb idiot, I don't say that anymore. I'm like, okay, just clean it up. This stuff happens, move on. This is not a big deal in life. You drop 2 eggs, so what? And then I would think of, oh, I said something stupid today. This was in the very beginning. Like if I was very, very negative. Like my whole frame is changed and I'm very positive now. But I would say something negative and then I beat myself up for days about it. And I'm like, this is crazy. Let me forgive myself. Let me be human. Let me be kind to myself, because I can't be kind to anybody else unless I'm kind to myself first, right? And the other thing I learned was that, you know about the cup and saucer, the teacup with the saucer? I don't know if you've ever heard this story, but I heard it recently, and it's so fitting. So when you get your teacup and saucer, so you have your cup and saucer, and you fill your own cup up first, and then you take your cup, and whatever spills over into the saucer, that's what you can give away to everybody else. Because if you don't keep your teacup full, there's nothing left to give.
Right.
So when we talk about how we have to take care of ourselves first, it's absolutely true. And I was not taught that as a child or as a mother. I let everybody go first and I went last. And ultimately, by 3 years ago, I was at my low point in my bottom. And I couldn't go anywhere. I had to go up. I'm like, we got to change something here. I said, I got to change something here and move on. I want to be a better person. I want to feel better. And I just had to start. I started to be nice to myself. And if I can be nice to myself when I do something like that, then I'm going to be nice to somebody else who does that. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's really not a big deal. I said, so if it's not a big deal if I do it, it's not a big deal if they do it. Like the person in front of me at the supermarket used to drive me nuts. Like the person would tell him $50.29, please, right? And the person buying the stuff would look at them like, oh, I have to pay? What do you mean you have to pay? You didn't know you had to pay? And that used to drive me crazy. I'm like, you came to the store, you're buying stuff. Get your wallet out while you're waiting online. Why do we got to wait for you to realize, oh, I have to pay? You should drive me nuts. And now I just laugh about it because I can be kind to myself and I can be kind to somebody else. And it's a silly little thing in life. And those little tiny things, they make the biggest difference. They make the biggest difference.
Absolutely.
They really do.
I used to, in fact, I still have the sign, I might, but I had it in my office and in my room and used to write it down a lot. You know, attitude is everything. Pick a good one. Yeah.
Do we have any Star Trek fans out there? Really quick, do we have any Star Trek fans out there? Okay, so I'm a big Star Trek fan, and recently sometimes I can't take people's energy, and it just comes to me. So I decided that I'm gonna put my deflector shields up. Okay, and I put my deflector shields up and I can reflect your energy off my deflector shield,
Right.
and I don't have to absorb it. So if I'm at work and I work in a rehab facility, and sometimes the patients, you know, they're not in a good way, so sometimes they're taking a lot of my energy, and I'm like, I just put my hands up and in my brain I say deflector shields up and I protect my energy, and this works so well. It's something that I have to do regularly. Whatever works for you. I go like this, deflect the shields up, and in my mind, and then your energy stays with you.
Yeah. It's all a state of mind. It's all
And
a
I
state
keep
of
my
mind.
energy. I let in the good and positive energy, and my deflector shields stay up. And thank you for letting me participate and let me share my knowledge. And do we have any other questions?
Any other questions out there? I'm scrolling through this. You got to wave your hand if you do. Okay, so Lisa, once again, I thank you for participating in this Zoomathon. I'm about to forget, what am I doing? What am I on? Okay, I'm on hour 5 now. So in the Zoomathon, and I appreciate all of the knowledge you imparted. So thank you. I hope you put all of your information in the chat room, and I will stop this recording right now. Thank you. Moving on.